Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my 2025 reflections. As of me recording this video, it's currently December 29th, 2025, and 2026 is about to come up. Alhamdulillah, I would say that while 2025 definitely wasn't the year that I wanted it to be, I've for sure been able to accomplish more than the other years in my life. Definitely. And so the start of 2025, January, there was not much really going on, So from around January to, I would say, April, so literally the first quarter, like they call it Q1 and a bit of Q2 2025, there's not much stuff going on, I was still in the same old stuck situation with online business, making not even any money, not even a single dollar online. And yeah, and then Ramadan came around. That was definitely a life changer as well. That was definitely, well, I wouldn't say it's the ideal Ramadan that I want to experience, because I still did not perform to my best of my ability. Alhamdulillah, I think it was definitely the best Ramadan I've made the use of so far, especially the last 10 nights. And yeah, it was I don't want to get too much into it, but I would say it's one of the better ones, and it helped me a lot. It helped me, and specifically in January as well. So beforehand, from around June or September to March, I would say, there was like a lot of insecurity inside of my head. And around Ramadan time, there's something that my friend told me specifically, that got rid of a lot of that insecurity. And specifically, like, I had what they would call like silent beef, not silent, one-way beef. So I would like hate everybody, all my friends, whatever, for no reason, pretty much. Even though that they didn't even know that I had this opinion of them. So that's what happened during that time. And then I had enough of this SMMA thing. I mean, I'm still doing it now, but I had enough of that specific thing that I was doing inside of my agency at that moment. And around April, I decided that I wanted to switch. So in March, I wanted to start a Islamic clothing brand. Like I was reaching out to random suppliers in Morocco. I don't even know. It was really crazy. Like I got a hold of a bunch of thobe suppliers in Morocco, and I was literally about to like order a bunch of thobes and like sell them here where I'm at right now. And like, but what ended up happening was I just decided that wasn't a good option, because it was seasonal, and by that point Ramadan had ended. So I was like, bro, like there's no point of me selling thobes, right? And then in April I started to look into other business models, and one of the specific ones that I looked into was, and I got this from an idea from one of Charlie Morgan's videos, it was selling executive virtual assistants to high ticket sales reps. Like it's a very, very niche, like you guys might be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I don't understand. But yeah, I saw from a Charlie Morgan video, I saw nobody else was doing it, and I was like, bro, I can make a lot of money from this. And I went into it, and I tried it out for like maybe a few days, but the reason why I specifically stopped doing that thing was because I was doing another business at the same time. I was trying to get into another business at the same time, which was starting like a job servicing business. Job servicing is pretty much where you have a local service that people need, and essentially you just connect people who need that service with the service provider, and you're essentially like the middleman, and you essentially like close the deals, you get the jobs, that type of stuff, and then you give them up to a service provider. And that I would say was the beginning of like the first amount of money that I made online just through that, because it's a very simple thing, bro. It's honestly, it does require capital to start, at least the way that I was doing it. And but yeah, I would say that that's like the first type of money that I made online. It didn't feel magical or anything, honestly. Like it literally felt like normal, just like any other money that you'd make. Um, so yeah, like, and I wasn't profiting much either, right? So I just pretty much the way that it worked, I would get my friend to do it, and then he would go out and then he would service a client, and I would pretty much just be the one who's talking with them over the phone, and I was running the ads on my own under my own company, spending like $30, $35 a day on ads, on Facebook ads, Meta ads. So there was a lot of costs with it, especially from my end, and I wasn't really making much money from it. So I ran that for around 2 months, and I was able to get very good results. Like, yes, it wasn't profitable for me specifically, but that's because I was spending the ads and I was paying over 60% of the cut to my friend who was actually cleaning. Okay? And because of that, it wasn't very profitable for me, so I just stopped doing it later on. But I noticed that this is really, really profitable. Like if I were to do this for other companies, they would make a lot of money from this. Like it'd be really, really profitable for them. So that's what I started doing. Around the middle of June, I started to reach out to other companies, and I started to essentially offer them these types of services. And my approach was just completely different, you know? Like when you have results, it's completely different from when you don't have results. So I was able to sign a bunch of clients very quickly on a commission basis as well. My offer was really good as well. So people were willing to work with me, you know? I got my first couple of results, started posting online, and then got some traction there. Then I signed some clients from online as well. Actually, like from YouTube, I literally had probably 10 subscribers, 13 subscribers, but yeah, I was getting people who have, as of now, like paid me a lot of, like, mashallah, you know, a decent amount of money, even though I only had like 13 subscribers, and I got them from that. And right now I only have like 31 subscribers on that channel as well. So that's what happened. And from around June all the way till, and I stopped doing the thing in person, as like the thing with my friend, I stopped doing that around mid-July. And from around June to, I mean, even right now, like I'm still doing that thing, right? And then from October to now, I've been trying to get into job servicing again, but doing it through a different method. And of course, finding someone who can do it for a lot cheaper. Of course, bro, I respect my friend and everything, because of course he helped me get into this industry to begin with. And yeah, but that's essentially what happened. What I will say for my key takeaways of like everything that I've gone through this year. So I've been trying to make money online for a long time now. Like, you know, of course, people aren't consistent at it. I've never been really consistent at taking action on making money online, which is why my progress has been so delayed. But since maybe even 2022, or even late 2021, I remember I was uploading nature sounds, like nature sounds that people listen to on YouTube. And I only uploaded like 2 videos because it's very difficult for me to do so. I didn't have that much space in my computer, but I was uploading those, and I was uploading other videos, like, you know. So I've been doing this for a while, you know, and I started making self-improvement content and stuff like that under another channel, Facebook's channel, where I'll just have my voice. And then I started another self-improvement channel around like pretty much the beginning of 2023, and I showed my face and everything. But I realized after a couple of months, I was like, bro, is the income really halal from this? Is it really scalable? You know, this type of stuff. So I've stopped doing that. And I tried stocks as well. I tried like back in 2022. I tried and then after 2023, summer of 2023, that's when I started doing SMMA. But as I said, like I wasn't consistent at it. So when I'm saying like I started doing it, that doesn't mean that like I was locked in on it. I was doing it every single day. I would just, like, if someone asked me, yo, what are you doing? I'd be like, yo, I'm doing SMMA. But the thing is that I wasn't actually taking much action on it. And it might be because of a bunch of different reasons. you know, I would like justify to myself, oh, you shouldn't do outreach because your emails are landing in spam and you need to warm them up and stuff. So I was taking a very, very long time to take action. 2024 came. I graduated high school, did door-to-door sales because I didn't have the guts to speak up to my friends and tell them, listen, I don't want to do this, and I kind of just ended up getting dragged into their plans. 2024 went, 2024 after that season, 2024 to 2025, which is what I was talking about. I was looking into different types of ways of, you know, differentiating myself and doing a lot of research, and I wasn't really taking, like, over this entire period of time, I wasn't never taking that much action, honestly. I would, of course, like, have bursts where I would like do like 60 cold calls in a day, but then the next day I wouldn't do much. Like the next day I would do like 10, and then I wouldn't do any for like a whole week or 2 weeks, and then I would do some like 10, 20 here and there. So I wasn't really doing much. And then like it only started to change when I started to see genuine, like some results from my business. And even still today, like I still suffer with the same issues. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm like a different person, you know, like honestly, and this is like honestly I'm ashamed to say this, but I'm pretty much in terms of my work ethic and everything, I'm the exact same person I was a few years ago. Like I'm the exact same person. The only thing that has changed is I have significantly more experience now and I have way more knowledge, but that could have easily been condensed into literally a few months had I just gone all in and taken all the action right away. So with that being said, some of the lessons that I've gained from this specific year, number one, and I was watching a live stream the other day as well where Muhammad and Lucy was talking about this. The first dollar that you make online, the first dollar is the most important part because it shows you that this is actually possible. For making the money online, if you want to make money online, the first dollar is the most important. Now, does that mean that, I don't know, I was trying to make a point, but I'm not sure if that would be correct. But the first dollar is definitely the most important because after that you start to know that this is actually possible and you start to look at everything in a very different way. You're not stuck no longer, right? When you make your first dollar, you're actually like, okay, like I can actually make money from this. I can actually, like, if I wanted to, I can start this business, this business, this business, and I would actually be able to make money from it. That's what happens when you make your first dollar online. But when you're making no money online, you don't have these types of perspectives. You don't really know, like, okay, how can I do this? How can I do that? You don't know how you're gonna make your like, you know, you don't know how to do it. You're kind of stuck, right? And I feel bad for literally anybody who's there because you literally feel stuck. You literally feel like, yo, what the hell am I supposed to do? So if I were to give any advice to anybody, of course, I'm not like at a crazy level or anything. Like I've been pretty stagnant for the past 6 months or so. Like in terms of if you look at my income and everything, it's very, very stagnant. Like it's not really increasing or anything. I of course have plans and I'm always working towards changing this, inshallah, but it's kind of stagnant right now, but I think it's gonna, inshallah, by the will of Allah, if Allah wills it, he'll be able to change it, right? But what I will say is just start anything and just make your first dollar. Like literally try anything and just make your first dollar, and that as soon as you do that, your entire perspective, I'm not saying like you're gonna start seeing different colors or you're gonna be able to fly. It's nothing crazy, but it does just teach you a little bit of a lesson. When I made my first dollar, I didn't start seeing everything differently. I was like, oh my God, like, you know, like the building started falling and like, you know, the matrix started to come apart or whatever. Like, no, none of that happened. I literally just felt like a normal human being. Like it wasn't anything crazy, right? But over time, like definitely you do start to have like slowly, you don't know, I didn't, I personally, at least for me, I personally didn't notice it right away. For a lot of people, I know they notice it right away and it completely changes their paradigm. For me, that wasn't the case. For me, it was a lot more gradual, and now and then gradually I got to that point where my mind started to be a lot different from before, but it wasn't like that. It didn't just all of a sudden happen as soon as I got my first dollar, right? So yeah, definitely just go into anything, make your first dollar. When I was starting that thing with my friend, I wasn't even like, bro, is this gonna work out long term? Is this gonna, I was like, bro, I literally just have to do something, and I literally just have to make some kind of profit from it. That was my thinking. Just make some kind of profit from it and just do something. I wasn't like, because bro, I was like, yo, listen, at this rate, I'm gonna go to uni anyways. Like, I'm not gonna like, I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no kind of like idea. I have no results, nothing like that. I was like, yo, I don't know what the hell what my future is gonna look like in these next like 6 months, because I was April, uni starts around September. These next 5 6 months, so I was like, bro, like, like I don't really have much to lose. I just went into something, because literally nothing was working for me. I just made a little bit of money from it, and then I was able to turn it into something else, right? And that's what happens a lot of the time when you hold up someone message. That's what happens a lot of the time when you make some at least a little bit of money online, even if it's like $100, $200, whatever. That's what happens when you make a little bit of money, because you make that money, you're like, okay, now I know this works. You reinvest it, whatever, or maybe you post it online. Oh, I got this type of results for this person, right? Because a lot of the times, like a lot of times, at least in services businesses, you make that money because you get someone else good results, right? So then you can post it online. You can be like, oh, I've got this person good results, and then you can reach out to people saying, oh, I helped this guy get results, and then now you have so much more credibility, right? Just because you made that first dollar. And now that first $100, $200, it compounds to $1,000, $2,000, right? Now I'm not at that point where like I'm consistently making like $2,000, right? But I'm just trying to just say this for reference. So yeah, that's what I'll say. Like at the beginning, that's just don't really think about it much. Even I was watching like one of Muhammad Al Lucy's things, live streams, and honestly, like his program, like he has a earn while you learn program, and the highest person who earned in there is $12,000, and they earn it over a span of 12 months. Now that's not anything crazy. That's literally 1K per month. And when I was thinking, I was like, bro, this is nothing. Like one dude, you can go into any other business model, and you'll make like way more money than this, right? If you actually like, and that the reason why I'm saying that is because that was his top earner, right? So I was like, yo, this is his top earner. Like what the hell, right? So by the way, I don't know if he's watching this. Probably not. But like, no this to you. But like, what I was trying to say is, shoot, I just lost my train of thought. But what I was trying to say is, this guy had a program, right? Earn while you learn. Like it's an affiliate marketing program, and he has a different type of offer in there where like you get paid per 1,000 views or something. It's like $3 per 1,000 views. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, if I didn't have any direction and I just had a couple $1,000 saved up, and also you get direct access with him as well, like you can get on call with him, you can text him for an entire month straight. I was like, bro, if I had no idea what to do, like even bro, I know this guy's results are not the best, okay? They're not that impressive or anything at all, but if I had like no idea what to do at all, like I would just do this. Honestly, like I would just go into something. I would stop thinking. I would stop being like, what do I do? What do I do? I'll just go into something, make some money in that, and then find a way to be able to like, either if it's through content, either it's through something else, like some kind of deals, I don't know. I would just find a way to be able to use whatever results that I get, and be able to show that as proof for something else that I can sell. Not a course, not something like that, but I'm saying something in that field. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do. So I was just thinking that's like the main lesson that I would take from 2025. Inshallah, 2026 is, I can make this video like way longer, but it's already long enough. Inshallah, 2026 is gonna be, I mean, Allah, of course, Allah only knows the future, and the qadr is in His hands, of course. Well, I think genuinely, inshallah, I hope, and I pray that 2026 will be my first like good year, like where I'm actually, I don't want to jinx it or anything. Like, of course, I don't believe in jinxing or whatever, but I'm saying like I don't want to say it and then it doesn't happen. I don't want to say it, and then if something happens and I don't fall through with it, and then I just like look like more of a loser than I was before, you know? But I'm just gonna say it anyways. I think 2026 will be my first breakout year, genuinely. Genuinely, I think 2026 will be my first breakout year where I'll actually start to make some like decent amount of money, and I'll start to be able to live the life that I want to live. Genuinely. By بإذن الله تعالى, by Allah's permission. Naam. Yes, so, and like, I'm just gonna end this video. I was actually thinking about making this video for a long time, and alhamdulillah, I've been able to make it. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going through some crazy stuff in my head right now, like overthinking about a bunch of different stuff that I'm not really talking about right now, about like business and everything else. So I just gotta get to that, think about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Join the Discord, it's gonna be in the description, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And my Instagram as well. Assalamu alaikum.